comes!
Stevie Smith became an international household name in 2013.
Stevie Smith is your 2013 UCI Mountain Bike World Cup. Doing so, World Cup winner, champion, and in doing so, he makes history, the first Canadian ever to win the overall title.
The Nanaimo biker tragically passed away last year at 26 years old, but his legacy lives on through the newly finished bike park on Labio Road.
If Steve saw this, he would say it's effing awesome. I knew he had a huge fan base and people loved him, but never to this degree.
The overwhelming support of riders here today and all the people behind the scenes to make this park a reality just go to show the impact Stevie has on everyone he's met. The grand opening of the park was celebrated by 25 bikes being donated to young bikers in need. And the ribbon cutting, of course, was Stevie's mom cutting a log with a chainsaw.
A whole community, whether it's the community of Nanaimo, the community of mountain bikers, people that love Steve, it's anytime something was needed or wanted, all of a sudden it showed up.
It was basically 3 full months of non-stop labor, whether it was machines and rakes and shovels, everything. The community really came together because all our machines were donated, people came out and volunteered. It was really cool to see that kind of support towards Steve and towards the park.
Stevie was a fierce competitor, and yet what he will probably be remembered most by is not the endless competitions he's won, but the way he was off track.
He touched so many people in the community, whether it was from how well he raced or it's just if they met him on his bike, if he was at a spot, he was always riding, laughing, having a good time.
He was also very good when it came to kids at races wanting his autograph. He'd always go out of his way.
True to Stevie's personality, the vision for this park was to make it accessible and enjoyable for all riders. The park features a mix of riding level tracks and a pump track. And if Stevie was around here today, his mom says he'd probably be shredding it up until dark. Long live Chainsaw.
My name's Lucy, and I'm 93 years old. My hobbies are baking, reading, and now jumping out of an airplane.
Hi, my name's Judy. I'm 65 years old and I love skydiving.
Skydiving has always been on my bucket list, and Judy came along and she said she's doing it. I said, well, let's do it together.
This lady's crazy lady. She just loves excitement.
I hear you're quite the daredevil. Awesome.
I don't scare easy. Not before, not during, not after. And it was something I wanted to do, so what's the use of being scared? The sensation coming out, you feel like you're free, you're flying. It's fabulous.
I never wanted to land. I just wanted to fly up there with the birds.
It could become addictive for me.
I'm going to do it again and again and again.
If you just sit there, then you feel of your little aches and pains. It gets worse. Go out and enjoy yourself and do something you like.
One of my favorite parts of my job is getting to visit the animals at the local SPCAs. And today we're at Parksville SPCA, but we're not going to just meet all the animals up for adoption. Today, I get locked up.
The Locked In for Love fundraiser is a really fun event where we have participants who gather sponsors to support them while they're locked in a kennel for 3 hours with an animal that's up for adoption.
Hi there. Hello.
Maggie came to us as a transfer and required to have 21 teeth removed for dental disease that was very unfortunate for her and very painful for her. That alone, that one bill was $1,400 for this branch. So you can see where the need is. That's one dog in one shelter.
I have a fundraising goal of $1,000, and I'm only a quarter of the way there at $240, so it's time I reach out to some friends. Maggie, maybe I can get us both out of here. $1,000 is a lot of money, Maggie. Let's hope our friends can help us get there.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Todd. I'm locked up in a kennel and I need to raise $1,000 for the SPCA, and I'm hoping you can help me out.
I would love to, Kelly, but I'm in the middle of something really important.
Okay, I understand.
Good luck. Hope it works out. This is Sparta!
Hello?
Hey, Hall. I'm at the Parksville SPCA. I'm logged in a fundraiser trying to raise $1,000, and of course I knew I could count on my sister to help me out with a donation.
Oh, sure. I'll call it in right now.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Parksville and Qualicum SPCA, this is Jessica speaking.
Hi, I'd like to make an anonymous donation for Kelly Robinson to be locked up even longer. How much would I have to pay?
Well, I haven't had the greatest success on my donations so far, but I'm texting my fiance Steve to see if he can stop by and help out. Hi, hon.
Hello.
This is Maggie, my cellmate.
Hello, Maggie.
Can we keep her?
Oh, babe, I think we have enough dogs, don't we?
Oh, you hear that, Maggie?
But I'll donate to the cause, though.
There you go.
Here you go, Maggie. There you go.
Thanks, hon.
You're welcome.
I'm so grateful to see the donations increasing online. We're at 42% now.
SPCA is a not-for-profit organization. We don't get government funding for our day-to-day support of caring for the animals in each of our community. So it's vitally important that we raise money through your kind donations, through fundraising, and that's why this event's so important today.
Though I didn't reach my fundraising goal, the good news is it's not over today. You can donate to the SPCA any day of the year, and that money will be greatly appreciated to help the local abused and homeless animals in your community. Now, I'm going to go have a bath.
Archie, this is your day.
Veteran Archibald Douglas Bertram, sitting in the front row with his family by his side, is the guest of honor at a special celebration at the Parksville Royal Canadian Legion.
This is a very special occasion, and I can see we caught Archie off guard.
73 years after landing on the beaches of Normandy, Archie is receiving a medal for his part in the liberation of France in June 1944 in World War II.
This letter is signed by Nicolas Chapuis, the ambassador of France to Canada, and it reads as follows. By order of the President of the Republic of France, as of May the 10th, 2017, you have been awarded the rank of Knight of the French National Order of the Legion of Honor.
Archie had been decorated before, yet the war is something he would rather forget.
As a war vet, he does not like to reminisce anything about the war. He was served in the King's Own Scottish Borders at the beginning of the war, the British Expeditionary Forces, going course overseas, and he was the rank of private.
Regarding the war, he won't talk to anyone, including me. I know that he's been hurt, and he's been hurt bad, because I suffered the same things as he does, and I've been hurt bad too, in different circumstances, but both militarily. The trouble with memories, it stops you from sleeping. When you hit the nightmares, it stops you from sleeping.
He's never talked to me about it. My brother has explained a few things, I guess, for what the soldiers had to go through and what they had to do. They just don't want to remember that. They just want to remember today or the good things.
In 2013, to mark the 70th anniversary of France's liberation, the French government announced it would give the Legion of Honor to all living veterans of that battle. However, it was up to veterans to apply or be nominated to receive the medal.
I saw on the internet 3 years ago. When I was browsing the internet, I saw something about the French Legion of Honor medal. So I started work on it, and I wrote to Whitehall, London, and to France, applying for his medal, the Legion of Honor medal. And after a year and a half, Whitehall, London wrote me back and said that he has qualified for the medal, and it meant a lot for me to give him that medal because he has bone cancer, and he's probably not going to live a long time. Who knows how fast it spreads, but to me it was important to get him that medal before he passed away.
Receiving France's highest honor was a surprise for Archie, but it was the other occasion, the celebration of his 97th birthday with his family and friends together at the Legion, that made the day even more special. For Shaw TV, I'm Annette Lucas.
So this is where her energy field normally sits. I'm Ruby Walmsley, and I'm a holistic practitioner that works with energy. We all have intuition and we all have energy, and very simply all we're doing is creating a physical visual of what your intuition is telling you. And I'm going to show you the effect of a thought on your energy fields. So look at how much your field is expanded. And what I said is, I love that shirt and it looks beautiful on you. Energy follows thought. So anything you direct your thought to, the energy will respond to you, and you can ask for a yes/no answer. It will actually direct you to a point where it will pick the things that you will heal with. I really consider this a huge self-empowerment tool. If you can give someone a gift where they get that kind of a tool and they can recognize that it has potential and that they can do something with it, then that's rarer than gold.
It doesn't matter if it's the dead of winter or the hottest day of summer. It's always a good time for ice cream. But the big question is, where can you get a scoop of the delicious cool cream? Gee! Well, you're in luck because we surveyed over 300 people to get that tasty bit of information. I scream, you scream. I hope you're not lactose intolerant, because these are your top 5 places to get ice cream in central Vancouver Island.
Number 5.
Baby Bear Ice Cream in downtown Chemainus. You like a variety of ice cream? That's what they got. Over 60 different forms of ice cream, from hard ice cream to 9 different flavors of soft ice cream, frozen yogurt, sorbet, whatever you want, I think they have. They serve bear-sized ice cream cones here. For example, with Papa Bear, there's too big. It's got a firm grip on this. Baby Bear's too small, and there's Mama Bear's just right. She's got a firm grip too. I guess she's not a share bear. Hey, I said a small bite. Destroyed the whole thing. I'm a share bear.
Number 4.
Dairy Queen. Yes, you know what it is. I know what it is. Where is it? It's everywhere. The royalty of the soft serve ice cream came to Canada in 1953 and serves treats such as the world famous Blizzard, peanut butter parfaits, the Dilly Bar, sundaes, banana splits, and my buddy Dan Marshall's personal favorite, the dip cone.
Ooh. Number 3.
Waterfront Confections, located right here in downtown Nanaimo on our harborfront boardwalk. They boast over 41 different flavors of gelato and sorbets that they make fresh inside the store. 2 of their more popular flavors are Barnacle Swirl, which features vanilla, chocolate caramel, and my favorite, peanut butter cup. And then the second flavor, the Nanaimo Bar.
Number 2.
The Billy Gruff Creamery right here at the Old Country Market in Coombs. Personally, one of my favorite locations. They boast over 70 flavors of ice cream, sorbet, gelato to tantalize your taste buds. Yum, 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 yum. It's a fantastic location to cool down on their new patio they built last year right behind the Old Country Market.
Wow! Number 1.
The Whiskey Creek Store, located right here on the Alberni Highway, just outside of Qualicum. It's over there. It boasts over 40 flavors of ice cream, hard that is. I think what makes them world famous is the fact of how they work their scoops. See, 1 scoop here is 2, and 2 scoops here is 3. Nice math, eh? One person actually told me every time they drive by this store, their car automatically turns to get some ice cream, like it's on ice cream autopilot. Talking about all this cool ice cream makes me hungry. I don't get me a scoop, or is it 2?
This is my very first costume. I made it for my very first convention. I realized that, oh gosh, I was like definitely shoved down that rabbit hole. Really, really fast and hard. I'm Julie Townsend and I make cosplay. I've been cosplaying for about 11 years. Started off small, this is it. Then I got bigger and bigger, and then I wanted to make a new costume for every day of the convention, so I was making 3 costumes for the weekend, maybe more. Most challenging is this one. It was armor. It's definitely an art form, definitely an expression of who you are. There's always that new shiny new character that you want to see if you can make the costume from. It definitely goes down that rabbit hole hard and fast. And I don't really want to go back because it's too much fun. So much to do.
Hey everybody, my name is Matt Carter here for the premiere edition of Matt About Town, and I gotta say I absolutely love barbecued ribs. So cameraman Todd Jones and I have headed down here to the first ever RibFest at the Vancouver Island Expedition to taste some of the best barbecue here the city has to offer this weekend. Let's go check it out. You know what the best way is to videotape these pork here? With a rack focus. So how are you enjoying your breakfast?
It's very good.
That is the best breakfast I've ever seen. In addition to being a festival of ribs and pulled pork and much more, it's also a bit of a competition, and we have 4 competitors here today. Boss Hogs!
Nanaimo, baby! Come on, try the best right here! A Boss Hogs! Oh yeah! It's all about the rub and the sauce and the god above. We smoke our ribs really slow and really patiently, and we cook them perfectly.
Smoke and bones!
Every time I cook my ribs, it's always from the heart, and we make sure we're patient and we do everything right.
It is true, ribs are generally around the heart area, so it only makes sense that comes together. Ribs from the feet would not be good.
No, definitely not. I wouldn't try those.
Prairie Smoke and Spice Barbecue.
We're based out of Regina, Saskatchewan. We've got a catering and a food truck there, but we travel Western Canada with this rig and another rig.
What is the Prairie advantage?
I think we've just got like a really good base back home, and we bring that with us everywhere, and people see the rider flags and they come out.
Gator Original Deep South Barbecue.
Gator was started as a tailgating for the University of Florida, and it got moved up to Port Dover. And this is our 8th year on the Western Circuit. We're coming out here just to show you guys what the Ontario RibFest is all about and bringing it out west. And it's a lot of fun, and you're never going to be mad when you come down to Gator Town.
I gotta say, it's a little bit better than a broccoli fest. I love ribs. I don't make the best ribs at home. What can I do to improve the ribs I make at home?
Low and slow.
A lot of spice rub, front and back.
Try what you think will work, and don't be afraid to get wild with it. Put love into it.
You really want to keep saucing for last. It's a finishing touch.
Take your time with them. Let the ribs tell you when they're done.
Everybody needs their own time. So even the meat, the pork, the beef, the chicken needs their own time, right?
When you go to give them a little rip and you hear that nice snap and crackle, you know you're there.
So just be patient, have some beer, relax. Yeah.
Be patient for that snap and crackle.
Snap, crackle, and then pop those ribs. Apparently, the Vancouver Island Exhibition, you have your choice between barbecued ribs and broken ribs.
Bring your wine! Bring your kids! And don't you dare forget your beer!
I forgot my bib at home. How do you prepare for judging a rib festival?
Well, this morning I did go to the gym. I had a pretty vigorous workout, and I limited the amount of food I had, just a little bit of protein pre and post workout, but just not a lot. and my stomach is starting to grumble, so I'm ready to take down these ribs.
So our judges have a number of criteria to rate these succulent ribs, including appearance, aroma, tenderness and texture, flavor and taste, sauce, and balance. And they'll be writing that up out of 30. Oh, this first one's getting a good score. Was it hard to accept the offer to come down here and judge today?
Well, I had a few other things to do. I had to check my black book, but I think I cleared it up just fine.
Do you think the rest of the other team members might be jealous that you get this gig going on this afternoon?
Yeah, I know. I talked to a few guys this morning, and they were kind of envious, but you know, came in early, so I was the lucky one.
All right, Melissa, how are you enjoying the rib sampling so far? You're on number 4 of 4. She has nothing to say. She's been learned to not talk with her mouth full.
She's enjoying it.
So in your mind, what are the aspects that the winning ribs today are going to have?
Definitely the sauce is a huge part.
Flavor is certainly very important.
Making sure they're cooked right.
That fall off the bone kind of element of the rib. Juicy, saucy, meaty, all of the above. I want to do this professionally. I'm unhappy with my job in comparison to what it could be, and I want to be a professional rib eater.
I guess you could say this festival is ribbed for his pleasure.
Why don't we officially proclaim 2018 Nanaimo's official rib year?
It's over! It's over! Love it!
Yo, look at that!
All right, we're coming close to the end of the day, and after a day of watching everyone else sample and eat and try the food, it's time for me to finally dig in. So really stoked for these wonderful ribs. All right, at the Vancouver Island Exhibition, first ever RibFest. My name is Matt Carter here for Shaw TV. First ever episode of Matt About Town.
Hey, boss!
I'm so happy.
This is my favorite flute. It has a peace sign on it, and I believe these flutes bring peace to the world. I'm Terry Mack, and I'm passionate about playing these Native American style flutes. I probably have 65 flutes. I got my first flute for Christmas from my husband in 2005, and surprisingly, I could just pick it up and play it. It was like an old friend. It was unusual because I never played an instrument in my life. I just started to listen to the sound of the flute, and the flutes taught me more about listening than anything in my life. As you have to listen with your body, you have to listen to the space around you, you have to listen to the sound of the flute. I call it sculpting and shaping sound. There's a magic to it. You have the energy of the wood, okay, the tree, that's the energy of the tree that goes into that flute. You have the energy of the maker, and then you pick up a flute and you set your intention, and you have your energy, your breath, your story coming through the flute, and it all combines and it just comes out the end of the flute. It's magical for people.
Watching 18-year-old Amy Morris run laps on the track at Nanaimo's Rotary Bowl, her strong legs propelling her along the synthetic oval, you'd never know she had a late start in life standing on her own 2 feet.
Well, I don't remember much of it because I was pretty young, but I know that I didn't start walking till I was 2, I think, almost 2. And for a lot of my life, at the beginning of my life, I was bum scooting along. I couldn't stand up. I just didn't want to, I guess.
When she was a baby, if you hold babies underneath the arms and they'll sort of bounce on their legs, Amy would never do that. She'd always curl her legs up underneath her.
The family knew something was wrong, but visits to pediatricians where they lived in the Lower Mainland didn't provide any answers, and wait lists for diagnosis and assistance dragged on for many months.
My husband actually had a friend who was a physiotherapist in the hospital here who spoke to the Child Development Center about Amy's case. And we actually, before we moved, we had an opportunity to meet with them at my mother-in-law's house, and they did an assessment even before we were in the community, and yeah, it was remarkable.
When Amy was 1.5 years old, the family moved to Nanaimo so they could receive help from the Child Development Center.
We're in the house for about 2 days, and we had our first visit from the IDP worker from the center. First thing she did was, put up stickers on our banister to try and get Amy to move around. She didn't have a lot of core strength, so they thought maybe she just needed, instead of her sitting with her legs sort of cross-legged, they wanted us to spring her legs together. So we would actually put her in stockings so that her legs were straight. So she had to kind of balance and gain some of that strength.
Amy participated in group and one-on-one therapy sessions, worked with speech pathologists, and attended the Development Center's preschool. Her parents were able to participate in the Bare Essentials group for parents.
I think the best thing that the Child Development Center has taught us is not to do so much for our child, but really taught us to have the confidence that if we challenged her, she would do things herself.
We had lots of support from the staff there through the first few years of my life. They helped me to learn how to pull myself up and start walking, and as soon as I started walking, I started running pretty much.
So once she decided to stand and she could put weight on her feet, there was no sitting in the high chair anymore. Dinner time was literally Amy running laps around the table and mom or dad stopping and putting food in her mouth.
Amy hasn't stopped running since. Last year, she was named the BC Athletics Junior Female Roadrunner of the Year and has completed her first year in the Bachelor of Science program on an academic scholarship at SFU.
Well, I have no idea where I'd be today without them. I know they definitely helped me to build confidence when I was young, to see that I can do much more than just sit on the ground. And I can walk and run and do whatever I want.
When Amy needed help, we couldn't have afforded to pay for it ourselves. So being taken into that Child Development Center community and now given the opportunity to give back is just, again, it's that whole sense of community, and it takes a community to raise a child. It's not just a one people thing, so they really were our community.